The way I view being creative sometimes is just something on a to-do list where if there are days that you don't feel like being creative, you just have to do like 20 minutes of music, 20 minutes of reading, 20 minutes of drawing. And that's the only way that I at least get through this time because it's like high interval training. That's how I see it most days. Like I will have a list of 20 things and then you just, you do it like you're in school and you just have to push yourself that way.
And it works for you, you're able to stick to that on a daily or weekly basis?
Yeah, so every day I have a to-do list it's so OCD, but it works for me. Yeah.
Have you always been that way even before you become the artist you are now? Is that something you've lived with even growing up?
Yeah, I think so. I it's the best way I can discipline myself, and I never went to college, so I knew that out of high school I would be the one to have to push myself the most if I wanted to be successful. So that's what I did.
How much of that came from knowing you had this exceptional talent and that you could do something with that? Was there a realization at some point in your life that's, all right, this is special, I'm going to turn this into something special?
I would say in high school, when people were talking about going to college, I was like, there is absolutely no way that I'm going to college. I hated school. I was like, I can't do that. And then I knew that I was going to pursue music full time. And then I also, something that my parents have always told me is that it's like, there's some talent, but it's also to make it, it's so much drive and work and because you can't count on luck ever. And there's TikTok and there's going viral, but like you just have to put the work in or nothing's gonna happen ever.
Where did that artistic sensibility come from in you in terms of the full picture with the visuals? I know you're also a photographer. When did all that start coming together for you to kind of create this confident package that you have now?
I mean, my mom's an artist. She does collages and paints and her studio's in the house. And my dad, he he has a lamp company, but he's also a musician. And so since I was born, I've been just bred into this super artistic family. And then my sister directs music videos as a writer. And then my little sister's a dancer. So it's just constant artistic energy all the time. And so I was always told that I could do anything growing up. And so I had this Instagram for where I would post my food photography pictures when I was 15. And then my dad got me a job like shooting for an Italian restaurant for their menu. And then it was just like so much encouragement and then also just doing random things. And I think that's the best way to just, I don't know, curate your taste and decide what you want to do in life.
That's so cool. And talk about your voice, because I first heard your voice and I was kind of blown away. And I saw the comparisons to Fiona Apple. And listen, I did the very first interview with Fiona Apple back in the day. And so I definitely heard that. And you also have this confidence and intelligence, I think, that she's always had. So there's a lot to that. What do those comparisons mean to you? To hear that and other great singers, when you hear those things as you're starting out, that's bound to happen.
I mean, that means so much to me. And Fiona Apple is one of my absolute favorites. Actually, the first song I wrote, I took the paper bag chords on piano and I rearranged them, and then I wrote my own lyrics over it. So,
very cool.
Yeah, she's incredible, and yeah, it means so much to me to be compared to an artist like that. And what I've always admired about Fiona Apple and Amy Winehouse and these incredible artists are that the music they put out into the world just comes straight from their soul. And that's something I've always wanted to make sure that I do when I put out music. It doesn't sound like it's anybody but me. And what Amy Winehouse and Fiona Apple were really good at, especially, is sometimes you hear the lyrics and you're like, oh, holy shit, like that's a lot. And it makes you a little uncomfortable. And I feel like that's the goal with music. It's to get people out of their comfort zone. And that's what I want to do. So I love those artists so much.
Yeah. And to be able to also mix this vulnerability with this extreme confidence, which I think few artists can do well, that just seems organic and innate to what I've heard you do. Just talk about that. That has to be an organic thing, else it wouldn't seem as real as it does.
Yeah, I mean, I just released a song called Postmates, and people keep asking me what it's about, and I'm like, it's literally just that a guy kept using my number for his Postmates orders. Like everything I write about just happened. And it's like a diary where I come right here actually at this desk. I record, and I'm just able to say what happened to me in life and all the people I hate and all the ex-boyfriends that I want to over now. Like just put it into my songs, and it's so great. And like I've never known it any other way. And that way it's never going to end either, because I'm never going to stop having these experiences. And so it's really great. It's just like a faucet when you're able to just write about exactly what happens to you.
Yeah, and talk about the reaction to Postmates, which I know has been really good, both, you know, critically and then with people online and people that follow you on social media and stuff like that. Because you've kind of tapped into something that's obviously very now with Postmates. Just the title alone grabs people, but then when they hear the song, everyone's relating to something, it seems like.
Yeah, the reaction has been amazing. I'm so grateful. It's just, yeah, people see the side that's super current of like, oh, well, I'm postmating right now. And it's nice because every time somebody postmates, they think of my song, hopefully. But then it's also just, there's a strength behind it that I hope gives that it gets across to people, where I'm essentially saying like, I'm too good for you. Why are you trying to like get to me through this weird way? And something that I always want my songs to leave people with is this sense of strength and invincibility. And so I love that Postmates has like this funny side, but then also just you hear it and you're like, okay, everybody who's done me wrong. So I'm really happy that that's been getting across to people.
I got my island rug. So
Yay!
how cool is it to be part of the island team? It's been such a great roster of artists over the years. What does that mean to you as an artist?
I have to pinch myself every day still, just not believing that I'm with Island Records, because I was able to sign right before COVID hit also. Thank God. But it's been, as cheesy as it sounds, it's been my dream since I was a little girl. I always just wanted to be a pop star. And so signing to Island Records was just the biggest deal in the world to me.
Thank you for watching. If you want more extra, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll never miss a video.